less chances than usual for many of the players, but in this type of format, Monster is kind of more so all about the fun.
Absolutely. It's definitely about having fun here. Of course, the big dollar that's on the line here is for charity, right? You do get to continue to decide where that's going to go as things develop on, but here we have it. Jumping on in, this is actually about as fair as it can get. That bus is going to cut this map right in half. Everyone's going to get their fair share currently here, and just take a look at the players as they start to jump off here. If you were thinking, oh, it's for charity, who cares? Nope. These roster, man, this roster here, it's some good players. It's some heavy hitters from NAE showing up right now.
Absolutely. Might have a few extra players rolling in as well today, based on if people did drop out in the day before, but we'll see what changes were made. The one team I want to focus on that always has really good early game action, or it has a big impact towards the late game. Knight and Rogue Shark up top, Logjam, Lumberyard, no one near them either, Monster. They're a force to be reckoned with, and I think they have a free tank as well.
They have that entire area to themselves. You have players like Fatch and Carey who are being contested. That's a team to definitely look out for, as they are going to be going up against potentially professional player Def there as well. So big clashes to be had here on the map, but it does seem like just with the player count across the board, everyone's going to be able to get relatively comfortable and play themselves around the edge. I mean, unless you're here at Tilted, if you want to take on, a multitude of different duos here, it does look like Punisher and Zemi are carrying in their, I guess, aggression from Twitch Rivals. They've been landing here for weeks now on in every competition, so it does not surprise me to see them here at the dropship again.
Up at the dropship, but the thing is that they never really get control of the tanks down below or any of the vehicles either, so usually they display security guard on the POI. That being said, we got Clarity here as well. Chat rolling in too. I think he was playing with D-Gen yesterday, so that's a bit of a switch up, and they're going to be up against Chente and Dunk, so we'll see exactly how they all roll.
Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, like we said, this is a very elimination-based format. All of these types of early game classes are going to set you far and away ahead. Take a look here as Macwin and Threats are kicking things off up against Casker. Great shots being put down, and Casker's sent off running with his tail tucked between his leg. He's going to try to get away here, but it's looking like Macwin and Threats are going to go for the big push right now.
Yeah, I don't think I've lost a single battle here off rip on any of the southern POIs. They're a force to be reckoned with, but I don't think they've gone up against a tank just yet. Speeding right in towards AV. He's going to get a little bit ways away, not going to have that gunner up top, so Macwood's going to be safe to just go and jump right for that. Tank is going to start to rattle him down. I don't even think AV has a gun yet. Threats is going to be there. He's still on the whiplash. They trade, but I feel like Macwood gets the better one from that deal.
Definitely. Big exchanges here, but Casker still punished. He is going to manage to pop off a med kit. That's a huge 10 seconds there. Might just swing things around in their favor, but it's the tank that is in play. So, like you mentioned, surely the big advantage is here. You can see them starting to light up these IO guards. They really want to clear out this area. Now, mind you, keep this in the back of your mind. Most of these professional players do play with visual sound effects on, right? So eliminating any IO guards, NPCs, and things like that will alleviate what could be confusion for them. So far, so good.
Very nice. We'll watch more of them right off of spawn. The only team that survived the first initial push from Macwood and company, but the fight's not really over just yet. Everyone's gonna have to rotate the zone. These north zones end up being so much more so drastic for the majority of the map. We'll see exactly how it rolls. We rock into a little bit more of a tropical side of the Fortnite island with more action on the ground.
I'm liking this. Gandhi coming back today here for day 2 alongside Dictating. They have this armored battle bus. That's not something you see him play very often. Very interested to see this come out. And D-Gen going with the big boy jetpack and the double repair tool there. So seeing a couple interesting loadouts starting to come to life here. But Dictating Gandhi right now, Shiro, I mean, they're pretty much being that menacing force around this area.
And they were not like this beforehand. Janman and Logic, yesterday at least, one of the biggest surprises we've seen. They were so consistent, ended up, I believe, inside that top 5, maybe even the top 3 towards the end of the day. Dictating and Gandhi, they were tank busters. They were trying to stop many people in the lobby from getting away with a free game. Unfortunately, it cost them their lives multiple times. Right now, they'll be on patrol with that armored battle bus, but I'm not sure if they're going to find exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, time to continue to slide around here. I mean, they know there's some players nearby, but unfortunately couldn't flush them out exactly the way they wanted to. You know, the difference sometimes is commit the cow catcher to the bus and start breaking through those builds, but this time around, not opting to, invest in the armored battle bus. but it's okay. Jan Man and crew, they get away here. They're going to be all right. On over to the other side, the eastern side of the coast right now. Looks like Pilkey's under some big pressure by Nut here, who has that high ground right now, and heavy sniper in hand as well.
Are you a bus man, Monster, or are you more so train? What's your favorite method of public transportation?
In real life, definitely the train. I like it.
Nice, nice.
Fortnite life. Fortnite life, you know, I'm probably going armored battle bus, you know? Digging the big wheels.
Yeah, yeah. I like streetcars. I'm not sure if you have that option, but yeah, they're kind of slidey. You know how it goes. Ocus and Nut though. We chilling out.
Real life here, or
yeah, real. This is a real life conversation. This is not. There's not a patch I'm leaking, right?
Streetcaring around Fortnite. Okay, new slang coming out. We see where Shilo's taking this. Let's see it though. Dictating in crew. Repair torch in hand. Looks like a little bit of a face-off over here as well. Bayer and Yoda playing the outer edge here. Trying to play a little defense. They got a lot of tension coming in though. Gandhi and crew definitely see them right here. Now listen, with the vehicles or the weapons up top, these vehicles, they can do some big damage here. And I like that they're putting pressure on vehicles and not just allowing people a free pass, you know?
That's exactly the game plan, I feel like, for Gandhi and Dictating. Just cause chaos. You'll notice though, a lot of that damage just goes completely away. Yoda and Blur here. Double repair torch out of their minds, ready to heal any of the damage that comes through. Meanwhile, Gandhi and Dictating, they continue their highwayman run.
Definitely on the move right now. Yoda still breaking down all these builds here. Burge is trying to keep this very much healthy. That's the strategy. You're going to see this come out time and time again. This is literally the meta, if you will. Top tier players waste no time into utilizing vehicles to their strengths here. Players like Janman, if you don't have a vehicle, we saw them on defense kind of hiding out. You're at a disadvantage. Let's just be honest. And you can see it doesn't last you very long, even when you're inside the zone.
Too tough for him. Joe and Crackley, early game menaces with that tank were affecting, I believe it was Sizlucky and Shades yesterday. This time, I'm not sure exactly where that duo is going to be landing, or if they're even inside the game. Maybe just too affected while rocking in. But you can see the zone towards the left side. It'll lock in just a sec. We'll see exactly where we keep going. It's right towards the cavern. So Kelly asked for it a little bit. Maybe a mountain zone can fix all the vehicles. But Monster, I'm pretty sure they just start to stick towards the edges of those big rocky cliffs and still stay alive.
Yeah, I'm sorry to break it to you, Kelly, but nothing stopping the cars, the vehicles, the tanks, especially if you throw those big wheels on them. They are going to sit up and get to wherever they want to get to. With little to no friction, as you can see, Antics, you know, again, Blur just showing us what this tank's all about. Picking up 2 quick elims. Same thing for Joe and Crackley here. They already have a team wipe as well. Here comes the fuel coming right in. So they will do everything in their power to keep these just healthy, right? And steamroll through anyone that doesn't have any form of defense.
We're talking about mountains. Have you ever been like mountain climbing, like on an actual mountain in real life? Or like, I don't know, cliff jumping? Any mountainous activities on the side of Monster D-Face?
Honestly, I was thinking about this the other day. I was maybe like 11, but I was in New York. I was in Yonkers, and I mean, it wasn't a real mountain, but you know, for my small stature and big imagination, this felt like it felt like I was really doing something. But no, I've never really been on any true nature trails or anything. I'm missing out, man. I know Canada is loaded with the hot geo spots. I'm sure you got something cool going on out there. What about yourself?
Yeah, Vancouver is like it's crazy for hikes and mountains. They have like so many different trails up the actual escarpment. I mean, I haven't been either. I just have friends' stories to tell with, but it's still really nice. Mine is like there was a snowy mountain back in Pakistan you could drive up of. That was really fun. But always wanted to just walk up one, you know? That just seems crazy.
I did, however, jump in a wild river in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Yeah,
what makes something a wild river versus a domestic river?
There was no like regular walk path to get there. We were going through some brush. So it felt very much like we could get lost out here, but you know, with some native cousins, so you know, their backyard essentially. That was way back when. I guess my only crazy geography I've been to is of course the desert of Egypt. That was amazing. Being in the deserts. Yeah.
I've seen those pictures. They were kind of sunny, nice, just really majestic.
Amazing. It's amazing. I saw a full-on carcass out there. That was kind of interesting too. Like
really?
Straight, just sun-baked, like.
Chris,
it's like you see the wildest stuff, bro. Just bones. It look fake, but very much real.
Movie magic type stuff. Yeah,
very much real, man.
And you mentioned wild rivers. I was like, is there a river you can teach tricks and give treats versus one that just like spawns in the wild? But
a domesticated
that just
river?
means, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, I spend way too much time inside. I gotta touch some grass. But yeah, we'll see exactly how games keep going today. Once again, like just in terms of this format, this is kind of like vehicle mode now. A lot of people just end up driving around. We see a lot of trucks. You want to just toss out a name there you see just for prediction purposes on who's going to take this map?
Prediction purposes, I mean, like I said, I kind of hinted at Carry from the start there alongside Thatch. That's just a top tier elite duo. Seeing the way they're playing this game, they're just no pressure in the world, right? Sitting out in the storm, outer edge, plenty of heals. I'm sure they're taking their time. They're going to coast to a good position a little later coming into the game right now. And that's the thing about what we're watching right now. It is going to come down to, honestly, a lot of positioning. You want to keep a low profile. If you're out in the open like this, you're honestly risking your tournament standing. Dictating is going to lose that tank. Looks like Gandhi is going to be the victim of the pressure as well. And yeah, he may get away, but not for long. There's plenty of other players on the other side of that mountain. So as things start to constrict a little bit here, finally now, the action's going to start turning up again.
That was one of the things with Gandhi and Dictating in specific. They always end up giving us nice entertainment in the early game, but then maybe bite off a bit more than they can chew with these tanks in weird spots. Joe and Crackley, though, can always make theirs last towards the end. And yeah, we just saw Chap go down in the feed with Degen. We saw a bunch of different teams just up and down. It's always about who makes it really past this point. The second, third zone, I feel like, is the half and half of like the official Fortnite competition in no build at least. So we'll see what goes down. These blimps are also just so good at rattling down vehicle HP pools, making sure those repair torches are actually being used and not just completely safe for the end game. I'm wondering too if there is anyone already considering that heal off if they're inside that zone.
Yeah, definitely got to make your way to that zone here. We'll see who's gonna go ahead and have those win conditions presented and available. It's probably going to come down to who can actually pick up the big eliminations, though, of course, and get the refreshers and sit on that extra loot. Take a look at this, though. One team does not know how to drive very well. Gets punished in the process here. It's Kanata and Agers who are just lurking nearby. Chug is going to come out. These are a lot of heroes they're investing. It's just scuffed, though. It's not looking too hot. Yeah, they have to give up the strong spot right now. Crazy to think the game somehow developed to this, though, in zero build. Like, this is what the professional players, this is what they came up with as best strategy, best practices.
Listen, you just take these vehicles, you put them up in the sky. We're basically in Season 7 again. Like, we've seen this happen before. You give players vehicles, this is exactly where it breaks down to. They'll never leave them at home.
All right, like, it's pretty clear. Like, if the driver here just puts his passenger next to that driver, he is defenseless. Like, literally, it's such an easy counter. Just by the way, guys. And look at this. Anvil launchers coming in. Okay. I was going to say the no vehicle Andy's coming out, but these guys got a tank too. They're just putting everything on the pressure.
Oh, man. I thought it was a double Anvil. I thought it was like some crazy stuff from these guys, but it's just a tank and an extra.
Look at this strategy. All right, see, they get even more clever now. They're like, hey, big wheels, you can get underneath, dude. And they get in between all the rubble here.
Pretty sure Tongs can see this, though. They have
360.
Have eyes. They can look backwards.
It's a third-person game, guys. FYI. If you didn't notice.
I mean,
yeah, he
at the end of the day.
I mean, look at this. You're not low-key at all.
Has a very shiny weapon skin as well that glows underneath the actual truck. At the end of the day, these guys are going to have to actually back up that truck and try to get out. So at some point, Luger and Rolls can just end up shooting and having an angle. But look at the way the zone's looking right now. Not many people in here. Already see Knight and Shark just posted up. That bridge there where the standoff is going on is right above that safe line. A bunch of people on the south still have to move in, and that's going to be under the blimp as well. It's going to be tough to see who can make it out of there. Threat's already down. Macwood left by himself on his lonesome.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I expected more of Fluger there. I've casted over him for a fair amount of years now. And I think he's hit an all-time low here. He's definitely definitely out there right now. This is a risky play, my boy. We'll see where it goes. Hyro on the other side, playing inside the command cavern. Big protection in front of him as well. Doesn't seem to have a duo unless they're a bit split up right now. On the other side, fights breaking down. Rogue Shark and Knight exposed out in the open, also trying to play a side pinch. Look at this. A lot of interesting tactics coming out right now. I like this one. I like this one a lot, though.
Yeah, they ended up doing this yesterday as well. It's all about finding garages, but they're the only ones that go for these shacks and then hide up top. There's a few people that get baited, see a free truck and a possibility to steal it, and then they just end up railing down shots. So gonna see if anyone falls for that trap again, or they get to just stay dry from the atmosphere and explosions outside. Dunks, I mean, now everyone's starting to clear things up with those cow catchers on the vehicles. We were talking about it with the battle buses on the trucks right now. All these trees will be gone, all buildings will be gone, and we're just gonna be left with rockets, booms, and explosions over and over again.
Yeah, what we're seeing as we start to glance over loadout after loadout, people are starting to run a little dry here. Oh man, repair torch out in the open here. This is a desperate attempt to keep the truck up. It's gonna work though. No one decides to shoot in and apply that extra pressure. Punisher and Zemi down low out of tilted tower. Seems like they've managed to find themselves dead center, just about right now. Probably the best position here. All in all, this command cavern is housing up the majority bulk of the players right now. And still, how do you even get a vehicle up here? I don't know. But Larson and TK have
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a car.
They have a car inside the cavern / blimp. How did this even happen? They had to have just driven it up that mountain. Doesn't even have a cow catcher on it. So this is just crazy. This should not be allowed.
I want to see them drive off, hit the floor and clip through and just done. Like, that's what I want to see happen. It's a risky play on the dropship right now.
Oh man, the dropship being here as well in specific, there's a bunch of duos inside here who don't have the creative driving capabilities or the license that Larson has. They have no vehicles like Cease and Vert, so a bunch of duos will be kind of homeless in that sense. I'm wondering exactly how they're going to be able to survive because the zone is moving off the dropship.
Ooh, Cease almost found a big angle right there onto Casker and company down below. But this is it. This dropship is really giving advantage to the players up top, but I'm wondering how exactly they're going to safely get off right now. I mean, the clock is ticking here, and the zone's only continue to push out the mountain effect, essentially that's holding up this command cavern here. As teams start to come on down, though, players like Yoda have managed to continue to keep their tank up. You can see they're reaping the benefits of making it this far with it, but no, Blur out in the open, caught on the side there, does get taken out. Pressure's going to come in. Another player, of course, applying the additional shots here, and Yoda's going to have to ditch Blur behind. Blur tries to drop some heals. Yoda did not get to pick them up. Can this actually break through cow catchers? No, he's avoiding them. Rogue Shot jumps in. How long does this last?
Okay, a new duo has formed in the late game. It's Shark and his partner Joe. For now, let's see exactly how it goes. Gonna just be having one driver and one person all the way up in the big shooter seat. It's actually Yoda down below, my apologies, but they're gonna try to possibly work together and keep things alive. Shark now getting shot down. This is tough, and he gets beamed out.
I was going to say, let's be honest, this is a very smart play by Shark. I mean, the more elims he can get, essentially, the better for him. These are 3 points a pop. But that dropship, man, when you was going to pretty much cause a lot of trouble and problems, and it did just that. For how long now is players starting to come off the high ground? Down comes Okis. That's one in a vehicle. Another flies to the side there. And here it is. No more cover in play now, other than the debris that's left of these broken vehicles here. Slash tries to give a little swing around, just making sure the coast is clear here. But how do you play this out as a solo right now? Very limited options, to say the least here. I mean, Cease is making do, though.
He's making more than just that. He's still landing shots. Nets is here with the shockwaves as well. His specialty, but not going to find too much all the way down on low. Vert picks one up, and now he's up in the sky, but it's against Okis' aim. This is going to be tough after that. Cease finally taken down. Vert at low HP, no overshield either, and that zone is creeping in. This is tough for everyone, but it looks like Nut and Okis are doing it again. 13 elims so far. They're unstoppable.
Yeah, this is just a ridiculous amount of eliminations right now. Really starting to rack up right here. 13. It's probably going to be a couple more. Says Lucky manages to steal one for his troubles, but no, scratch that. Okus has actually claimed all of them. You thought you were going to get yourself 3 points of some placement, but that wasn't going to be enough. Okus and Nut instead come out with the 15 elimination victory royale there, Shayo.
15-16, I believe, was their record yesterday, and that was like game 2. Took them a bit of a warm-up to get towards that spot, maybe even game 3, but they start the day with a 15 bomb, and that really put them way, way apart from everyone else on the boards as well. I mean, if there's a winner from the NA region, it might already be done. It might just be Nut and Okus.
Yeah, let's not forget that's 32-point victory royale bonus, and then, of course, 3 points in elimination. Once you break that 10 threshold, you're really